Headed straight, it's Pacheco.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Here's Pacheco once again.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. A shotgun snap for Goff.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
And it's taken in at the 9. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bears take over.
They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. Gibbs straight ahead.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Now, this defense for the Lions, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And the defense loses him. It's complete.
Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown, Chicago.
Puka Nacua
with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Bears will jump up.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Now it's gone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
They'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play there for Detroit. And even 60 yards. Pretty good play by both the thrower and the catcher there, Charles. 3rd down. Showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And what I liked about the play was his receiver's understanding that everything wasn't on time back in the pocket. Rhythm was off a little bit. He adjusted as well and gave them a chance to complete that play.
That is caught by Laporta.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. The end result, 21 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Pacheco is in for a Lions touchdown. And that touchdown is going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. The defense stands tall, and they're going to hold on to their 8-6 lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And Dallas Flowers going to bring this out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Now a play fake, and it's gone.
That one out wide and intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
3rd and 3. Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this before he's brought down at the 42. 8-6 the score after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win again here in Detroit, they'd pull off the season sweep. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
Dances by him.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
And he's got some space here.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might well go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Henry will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. He's got it, and the lead moves to 15-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
He'll go right back to St. Brown.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Play action. It's Goff.
This to Laporta, right side.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back first down pickups.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now a 2nd and 2. Pacheco gets it up the gut.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Off play action. Here's Goff.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Goff now to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 76. Gone. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown
laying himself out in the end zone.
And the Lions get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 2. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. not wanting to risk anything here late in the half. He'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
After the interception, here's Goff. Dancing to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Final seconds of the first half.
And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. If you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
They'll throw now on the final play. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second.
There he goes, left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, it's kind of fitting. A couple days ago when we met with him, I said, what is it about your running game that's so effective? He said, I like to tag myself as elusive. He was pretty elusive right there.
And his teammates appreciate that because they know they don't have to hold their blocks for very long. As one of them told us, if I just breathe some bad breath on the guy in front of me, that's all I need to do, and he's gone.
He's into space past the 25.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
The rookie from Oregon on target with that one. It leads to a first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Running from the gun with Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
2nd and 7. And now they'll shift things around.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
On the give, here's Gibbs.
And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4, still 3 yards short, 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Jahmyr Gibbs with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Matt Eberflus going to keep his offense on the field. They're going for 2.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Yeah, they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the...
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5.
Now Goff. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 24-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. On first down, Goff. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Williams, a man in motion right.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Lions have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 1. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown, Chicago!
Puka Nacua
With his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Bears have retaken a third-quarter lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Desperation time for Goff on 4th.
Now he's loose at the 40.
And finally down at the 32-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Goff. Being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Down to the 10.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
In search of redemption from the pick 6. Goff.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Out of the gun, Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Chris Jones just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the... They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Hand off now to Gibbs.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs.